Good evening. I hope I find you well on this nice evening. A bit chilly, but it was nice. There wasn't much drizzle today. There was a bit of sun. So we start off. Going to start off now with something different. Faith of our fathers, holy faith. Faith of our fathers, living still, in spite of dungeon, fire, and sword. Oh, how our hearts beat high with joy whene'er we hear that glorious word. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be true to thee till death. Faith of our Father, Mary's prayers shall win our country back to thee. And true, the truth that comes from God, our land shall then indeed be free. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be true to thee till death. That's nice. Now we one for St. Patrick, another great saint. What the feet order, didn't he? 432. Hail, glorious St. Patrick, dear saint of our isle, on us thy poor children, bestow a sweet smile. And now thou art high in thy mansions above, on Erin's green valleys, look down in thy love. On Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, look down in thy love. Hail, glorious Saint Patrick, thy words were once strong against Satan's wiles and a hereting throng. Not less is thy might where in heaven thou art. O come to our aid, in our battle take part. Hail, glorious Saint Patrick, dear saint of our isles, on us thy poor children, bestow a sweet smile. On Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, look down in thy love. Ever bless and defend the sweet land of our birth, where the shamrock still blooms, as when thou wert on earth, and our hearts shall yet burn wherever we roam, for God and Saint Patrick and our native home. Hail, on Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, look down in thy love. Isn't that lovely? It just does your heart good. Sing a couple of little songs like that. A bit different than usual. And of course, I have a statue of St. Patrick up here. Come on down, St. Patrick. Introduce yourself. Here he is with his staff. Look at him. And he hasn't shaven either. There wouldn't be much shaving them to him, sure there wouldn't. You might have a beard down as far as your knees. So there we are. So let's talk now. Yes, on Erin's green valleys look down. And we could do it a bit more of that now because of the way things are going. We have an election here. And posters here, there, and yonder, up and around, and smiling and vote for me and this, all the rest of it. But in the United States, President-elect Trump has appointed various people, including Elon Musk and another gentleman, to sort of oversee the high expenditure in that country, unnecessary in many cases. So they'll be going through that with a fine tooth comb. We could do with something like that here, couldn't we? Because here we have a hospital in James Street, a children's hospital, the most expensive hospital I think in the world. At this present cost is about €2.5 billion. And Mr. Kelly, a man that built hospitals, a builder throughout the world, offered to build a hospital for nothing in the grounds of St. Connolly Hospital in Blanchardstown. It's in about 100 acres or 200 acres or something, and where children would have a bit of fresh air and a bit of a vista. But instead of that, he wouldn't even Varga when he was Prime Minister stroke Taoiseach, or Taoiseach stroke Prime Minister in this country, wouldn't meet this gentleman. And people were appalled at his ignorance. And then they decided to build it about the worst site. If you were a lunatic, you wouldn't pick such a site as James Street, because you can't go next or near it. Even years ago, when I was living in the Bray area and I was doing my own thing with dog food, it took me longer to go down the country where I had most of my customers, because in Dublin they're saturated with supermarkets, multiples. You're wasting your time with them. But I contacted them just for the cod, and you couldn't do business with them. If you give them for nothing, they mightn't stock it. So I wouldn't waste my time with them. I pity that they're there. They should be only having 10% of the market, in my opinion. And family stores have a chance then to expand. But Simple Value, and though they have a brand, and you can't really supply them unless you go through head office in Cork, Musgraves. They're owned by individuals, so they are family stores as such, which is good, and Centra the same, supplied by Musgrave, and their prices are generally fairly good and competitive with anybody. And the fact that they're owned by people is a plus factor. That's where I shop. But I shop in family stores as well, wherever they happen to be. So, because prices and everything, you want a friendly attitude. For example, when I was shopping in Super Value today, this evening, I had a fair bit of stuff. And when I looked around, my trolley was gone. I think I saw somebody down the way, one of the staff that whipped it. A pity I didn't see it, because if I could have saw that, for some reason I didn't. Normally I'd be spotting things like that. I'd have one or two items in, but I didn't have any items. And the trolley was gone. So the girl got me a trolley, but it was two baskets, not the trolley I had, which was a straightforward one. And that's the first time that happened, and I wasn't too pleased with it. Then I met a chap I know, Peter Lynch, Ballyjames stuff. He was there. I didn't recognise him. He was behind me. When the next in the checkout I was at, the girl went and got a trolley. About I'm talking about Elon Musk and some other person that's very knowledgeable as well, to save money in all this expenditure. And it's a great thing. We could do with that here. When you think of this hospital, somebody should be held account for that. And it's disgraceful what they did, building it in such a awkward position. You couldn't go near it. I couldn't go there years ago. I avoided that like the plague, because you could be stuck there. And you're going up towards Inchicore. It's actually about the worst road in the country, Thomas Street, and all the rest of it. It's always chock-a-block. So this is where they have the hospital. Instead of having it in maybe in Mullingar or Longford or somewhere where people could come with their children and visit, they won't be able to visit there. I don't know how. It's I think when they were building it first, the foundation, there was water coming in. It was below, even when I knew about it, when I had products that the water pressure in that area was was the lowest in the country. You had to get a pump to try and get the water. So we don't hear much about that because we've a media that doesn't report facts, especially the TV, RTE. There's no inquiry into this, and I hope there should be an inquiry as to why it was built there and what was the reasons. I'd love to know that. When the Christian TV is established, we'll be inquiring into that, and we'll be visiting that hospital and inquiring with parents that have children there. God help them. I had a brother. One time he died of heart trouble. He was only 13, Lord have mercy on him. Lovely chap. Bright. But he was in Temple Street. The hospital is still there. But I think it'll be closed and sold to Our Lady's Hospital in Crumlin, where there's children as well that are ill. And this hospital, honest to goodness, talk about a terrible sight. How are they going to get fresh air? They can't open windows there. You'd have fumes coming in, so it'll have to be some kind of false fresh air, whatever you call it. The running of it will be astronomical because of where it's sited. Anyway, it's just that we'd like somebody to inquire into why that was picked and the cost of it. I maintain that it should be finished and for people that's very wealthy and for them to be able to avail of it and a children's hospital built in a proper place. That'd be the right thing to do, but it's pathetic. So we leave it at that. It's just that I'd love to know the inquiry into that, and I blame Varica for it. He was the stroke prime minister, and he was responsible for that. He wouldn't meet the man that was going to build it for nothing in a proper site. Bye now.